Alright, I might be live here. Again, totally new to this streaming bit. Hopefully we can get at least one of you guys on here to confirm that you guys can hear me. Seems that there is a little delay, which is fine. Oh man, we've got 2 viewers here. Anyone hear me? I'm going to go ahead and try to set up the Sinden Lightgun if this is working. Oh man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I will be honest here. I have no idea what I'm doing. All I do know is I've got one of these Sinden Lightguns, and I'm going to try to set this puppy up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to maximize this so I can see you guys while I'm kind of doing this. All right, so from what I'm told, at least, I started on the Discord channel, the Sinden Lightgun channel. You should try to give that a check if you are interested in one of these guys, or if you finally get it after 2 years of waiting, right? And I was directed to this wiki page, Sinden Lightgun. And I'm going to go ahead and just work down the side here, which is what's been recommended here, the Sinden Lightgun section here. I'm going to update my gun first. So we're going to learn together. So if I brick this thing, everyone gets a good laugh, and I don't know, I'll just go back to my aim track guns. So our latest software can be found here, so I'm going to go here, I guess. And so let's see, so we are not using the Pi, but Windows Software Drivers 105, so I guess that's the latest it is. So we're going to do that. Yeah, so if there are any viewers out there and you guys are like just yelling at me that I'm doing something wrong and you've done this before, I mean, let me know. But yeah, to be honest, Fraser, I didn't think these things were ever coming. My wife was like, what are you talking about? What came? And I was like, they finally came. The guns came. And she goes, never did I ever say that, that she didn't think the guns were ever happening. It was always me being like, those guns are never happening. So a sigh of relief for me, at least. But let's see where our downloads went here. All right, so we've got a lot of junk that's on here, but here we are. We're going to extract this guy. Again, have no idea what I'm doing, so hopefully I help someone with all of this. We're going to just open this and see where... All right, so we've got Windows, that's the thing we want. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the gun down because I'm holding it like a little boy, first day of, Christmas and guarding this sucker. So let's go ahead and start this. So I'm going to just name a folder. We're going to call it Sinden Light Guns. So I've got a folder with all my different tools that I'm using with Hyperspin in general, but let's see, Sinden Light Guns. We're just going to drop all this in here. All right, so we've got a couple of these things, and from what I understand is if you've got 2 light guns, you've got to have 2 separate instances of the setup. I guess the exe in this folder is what we're really after, but let's just go ahead and try setting up one first, and then we'll deal with the dual. All right, so we got to get back to our wiki page. So I got the update, and this is the wiki page. We got to go back, and we're going to do the setup bit. So I'm not actually going to well, I don't know. Maybe I should read all this. You can download the icon pack here too. Hey, icon pack. What are we talking about? Are we talking like the crosshairs? I don't know. We'll see what happens here. So I wanted to do this video because basically, like you're going to have no idea what you're doing. And hopefully I can at least lead you into the right path, or, you know, learn from my mistakes. And, you know, I know this wiki page has a lot of resources, right? But you guys are going to end up doing the exact same thing that I did. I watched the YouTube video, and, you know, here, let's actually extract this thing. I watched the YouTube video. It seemed pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so here's your icon pack. So yeah, all of this doesn't seem too unique to me. I mean, maybe I want to change the icon to the X's. I could see some value there, but I've already got these crosshairs. They look no different than, well, they might look a little thicker, but let's go ahead and get back to this wiki. Let's go back here. So we got a number of known issues, so that's comforting, but you know, it's expected because this is really a beta. So yeah, while having 2 light guns. Okay, so let's just get into this. So setup guide. So apparently there's bezel packs as well. It probably accounts for the white border. I might have a couple tricks up my sleeve to at least try, and hyperspin to account all this. All right, so we gotta install these drivers, it looks like. All right, so we're going right into this. So I haven't opened the exe at all yet, for what it's worth. Let's go and close all of this for the moment. Let's see here. So we want to go to the device manager, which I'm just going this way because there's no one wants to see my actual desktop and all the icons. So we've got device, you select Sinden or Sinden. I'm going to say that a couple hundred times wrong. Select the Sinden device. Okay, it's under other device, and I don't see it there yet, so that's good. Select the device, right click. Okay, it is plugged in though, and it said it was ready to go, so that's good. We're starting off real nice here. Let's see. So network, yeah, that's where it should be. So is it biting me in the face here? No? I'm just going to go into it because it already said that my guns were set up when I plugged it into the USB. Like I did that right before the streaming started. So I'm going to just actually go into this exe and let's just start playing around with this and see how responsive this thing is. Hopefully it's not a nightmare to set up. I mean, already it's kind of been a train wreck here to get this far. All right, so yeah, well, let's see what's in here. Okay, firmware update drivers. Okay, so it's already accounting for all of that, so that's good. So we've got a nice little PDF here. Let's see what this is all about. So for update, join Discord, so everything that I've already said, so that's good. This is early draft version. Okay, so one thing that I was a little disappointed when I got this, I thought these would have fit in the aim track harnesses, but they are several inches. I mean, literally, they're inches too big. So I was a little disappointed in that because I guess the Kickstarter, I was talking to Andy and he was saying that yeah, they should fit, but at the end of it, I guess the design changed a little bit and they are now too big for those harnesses. So I'm ordering those. Hopefully those will come, in 2 to 3 weeks, like he's saying. But I'm pretty happy so far. Haven't used this yet, though. I'm just skimming here. So we got borders, sleep mode. Okay, so let's just do this. This is getting crazy here. So Lightgun XE is what we want. And straight away, I'm not really sure. When I was reading or watching the video to set this up, he was saying that we want to agree to the licensing terms. Like, what are we really saying here? Just don't, like, okay. All right, fair enough. I agree to the terms. So make sure you have enabled game mode on your display. Okay. Change the Windows mouse refresh speed to maximum. Okay. Lightgun firmware if newer version. Okay. So we need to start this. And it's thinking, I guess. Got the light gun in hand. Okay, something's happening. Maybe. Okay, so it started. So straight away, basically the YouTuber was saying, we need to update the firmware. And he simply selected the light gun. Okay, so selected the light gun, which I've done. Get light gun info. Okay, stop, press stop. Okay, we gotta stop this now, I guess. All right, so red, that's what's in my hand, so that's good. Progress. And yeah, all right, so we're going to update the firmware. About to upgrade the firmware. Do not remove the light gun. Okay, so I'm gonna brick this thing if it removes itself. Don't worry if the application freezes. Okay, so we're gonna just wait 50 seconds. Okay. All right, so it's doing its thing. So, all things considered, from what I understand, where'd it go? It removed itself. So there is a little bit of a lag. What is going on? All right, so am I going to open this again? So I did literally nothing other than just let it wait. Maybe it just flashed it and then it closed it. Let's go back here. We're going to select the light gun, which is here. All right, see, I see red. That's the correct version. Latest version is 1.5. Okay, so maybe it flashed it. So lesson learned, once you update the light gun, it's going to close the application. Let's see. So we're not going to breathe. We're not going to move. We're just going to hope it updates. All right, so it's complete. Okay, so we successfully updated this light gun. Let's see. All right, so version 1.5 firmware, latest version is 1.5. So we are set here. And if two light guns have the same okay, so we're not even going to mess with the second one yet. So I'm going to move on. So from what it looked like in the wiki channel, right, there was a few things that they wanted to kind of make sure we do. And let's see, read calibration from light gun on start, so that's good. Off-screen reload enable new. Okay, so only match where pointing. I'm pretty sure that was the stuff they were worried about, making sure they were checked. Auto start Sinden light gun on load, so that's going to be a yes. This should be easy to set up in Hyperspin or any front end really that you use here. As long as you can open up the app, it should read. Sleep mode enable in 5 minutes, so should we? I think we should double that. Hide the border when sleeping. Okay, yeah, that's probably fine. Enable hold left 3-second calibration. Okay, that's fine. Auto save calibration in app. Auto save calibration on light gun. Okay. Okay. Start application in system tray. Yeah, okay. When minimize, go to system tray. Yeah, we want all that. So down below here are the borders, and I'm going to just stick with the default before I actually start playing with this stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so K is my camera. So each box had a camera letter. I had K and J. let's see here. So we're going to save the settings, I guess. And we're going to move on to border. We'll see. What's weird is this raw camera image. Oh, I've got to hit start maybe. And then maybe it displays here. Yeah. Hey, look. There's my little marquee there. Finally it... Oh, wow, that's wild. So the stuff on the right, not really sure what is going on here, but it seems like it's working. You know, we've got... I mean, you know, let's kind of start down there. Yeah, I mean, that's... Man, my mouse is going nuts, though. I mean, you can see it. It's wild that it still moves the mouse, which I guess, what do I expect, right? I mean, that's what it's doing. But it's interesting that it kind of like sticks on the view. I think I read that you've got to be like at least two. Right now I'm sitting and I'm stretching my arm back. Yeah, it's a lot more responsive if I'm like, I don't know, let's say 3 feet. Yeah, it's not like sticking around. So I'm like right up on my cab, right? And I don't know, probably 1.5 feet is when it gets like kind of sticky, if that makes sense, the cursor. But once we get to like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet, it gets a lot more responsive. I'm sure if I keep going backwards, it's going to be spot on. So let's kind of keep going here. So let me turn this thing off so I can actually move my cursor. So that's pretty cool. Let's try the border now. Show or hide border. Oh, look at that. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to minimize everything so we can kind of see what it all looks like. So there's the white border. I mean, it's not bleeding white. It's kind of like this beige white, if you ask me. I mean, that's not terrible. Here, let's keep going. So, long story short, guys, I've got 2 aim track recoils, right? And now I've got 2 recoil Sindens, and now the jury's out. You know, what am I going to be using here? And first things first, we got to get this thing just set up. So let's go back to our app here. Okay, so we've got the border showing, hide taskbar when border enabled. Okay. I mean, I guess. Well, I don't know. Should I? I don't know. I'm going to just leave that unchecked. For the most part, everything that the YouTuber was saying... Oh, man. Hey, Frosty's here. So, thanks, Frosty. I mean, that's very generous. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm about halfway done, I feel like, setting up this Lightgun, and I was talking to that man who's also on Hyperspin. Well, he might be on Big Box now, but he was like, once you get this thing set up, you'll never go back. And I trust his judgment. He's been around in the emulation scene for some time. I mean, maybe as long as I have, maybe longer. I don't know, but if he says they're good, I think they're going to be good. So there's really nothing that I've changed here. Okay, so now this we're going to be cooking here for a second. So triggers left. So that was what my aim track was. Pump action. Oh, interesting. So light. That's the right key. Okay. Front left. So on the gun, we've got basically 4 buttons, and then we've got a D-pad. So I'm guessing this front left. No, that's the button itself. So that's right. That seems right to me. All of that is stock. There's nothing that actually, really, there's nothing that I've changed in these tabs yet, other than just updating the firmware. It's sort of like this initial, like, I don't know, like time of freak out of like, man, I'm just trying to use this light gun, right? Like, what am I doing in here? And I'm sure like this this tinkering could really add some value, but right now I'm just like, let's give this a try. So up, down, left, right, that seems legit. Off screen, so we're going to be, yeah, that's reloading. Runt, okay, 1 and 5. So yeah, I use start as 1 and 5 as my coin. So I mean, they're lining things up with the default and main, so that's good. The front right is start. Okay, I'm just trying to orient myself on this gun. Okay, so upper characters. Okay, so that's good. Recoil. So we're accepting our terms and agreements again, which is really weird to me. Like, what are we safe to use as possible? Okay, however it may use. Okay, so basically, you know, if you use this, it could screw up your computer. Okay, he's not at fault, basically. All right, so fun. You know, okay, so this is all just in case, you know, he ends up electrocuting someone or something, or I don't know, whatever. Okay, so we gotta save and update that, so that basically allows me to use this, I guess. Okay, enable recoil. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So it's about, what time is it? Here, hold on. With this border thing that I put on there, I can't see it. So it's 10:45 at night. This is gonna be interesting. I have a wife and children. So we're gonna try to use this, but in a quiet manner here. Let's see here. Please ensure any loud recoil mode is okay. So sensitive. All right. So we're enabling. We're trigger recoil. Okay, it didn't do anything. Well, it did, but it didn't actually make a noise here. So something. Let me turn the. Oh, whoa! What's going on here? So I showed, or I was trying to hide the border, right? It actually made my screen smaller. Oh, interesting. So, oh, am I still with you guys? It actually is hailing right now. That's interesting. Like, wow. It is really hailing. All right, so I might have to pause this. I'm actually going to pause this. I'll be back in just a little bit, guys. You hear that hail? That's incredible. So it's hailed. Well, I'm going to muscle through this. As long as there's not, like, broken glass here. Can you guys hear that? You can hear that, right? I'm still weighing options between the aim track and Sinden. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be interesting because I've got both guns here. Can you guys hear that? Like, it is like golf balls outside bouncing off my roof here. Anyway, so let's just kind of muscle through this. Hopefully I don't lose connection here. So something that was interesting before the hail started. Yeah, it's hailing right now. Yeah. All right, so anyway, it's because I turned that recoil on, and you know, I'm doing a tutorial on this thing, right? Or I'm trying to get this thing set up, right? And I turned the. No, that's hail coming. That's hitting our. Huh? Anyway, okay, so let's get back to this. So it's interesting. I hit the show hide border, and you know that's good, right? But when I push it again, it goes into like 4:3 mode, and then it goes back. So just as a heads up, right? Like maybe I'm helping someone someday, but or maybe you know we get the 5 views and everyone's like success. So trigger recoil style normal. So I suspect I should be able to hear this recoil go when I'm actually using this. Preset recoil, okay, so test recoil. Start Lightgun, okay. Here we go. So now that the family's up anyway because of the hail, we can totally test this thing. Ah, here we go. Here, just initial impressions. I'm gonna do this again. Oh, I keep forgetting the gun's actually moving my mouse. Here we go. So if I were to compare, I'm going to do it again. So if I were to compare the aim track, right, the aim track also has a recoil, and the difference in that, from what I can feel, is, you know, there is a good kickback on this, but it doesn't feel, I don't want to say it doesn't feel as cheap as the aim track. Like, it, man, it would be like if you were to, so I'm holding the Sinden Lightgun in my hand when I'm doing this, and it feels like I'm catching like a stack of quarters, you know, like if you were to roll up, like, you know, whatever the dollar amount is, but, you know, a roll of quarters, that's actually like landing in my hand when I'm holding it on the side. So it's a good feel. And if I were to, it's almost like a pulsating action. Like, I mean, again, we're talking recoils, so I mean, it's not rocket science of what it's actually doing, but I can feel it kind of like burst downward and then back up, if that makes sense. I mean, it's quick. But if I were to compare that to the aim track, I don't know if you guys have the aim track or not, but there's almost like a delay, like for mine at least. I've got like a 1 second delay before I mean, this is pretty responsive, but it feels about the same. It feels a little heavier. You know, the recoil, I guess, action on the Sinden, but I think that's just in general. It feels heavier. It probably just has a lot more guts inside of it. So let's kind of keep going here. So we tested the recoil, so that's good. Single shot mixed. So really, nothing has really changed here. And it's kind of freaking me out, right? Because we've got all these tabs to tinker in, and what am I doing really here? So let's see. Click the arrows to adjust. Okay, I'm just going to leave it as stock. But I'm pretty certain that there were a couple things that I needed to do, at least in the video, but it was probably old by now. Like, they've probably been tinkering through the updates. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else I need to do. So I'm going to stop the gun. Here, I'm sure oh man, you guys are blowing it up. So it sounds like a washing machine. Yeah, man, my wife woke up and she goes, it sounds like a dog is dying outside. And it was just, yeah, like hail was just bouncing off. Like, I'm on my second floor right now. But what's his name? I hope he doesn't come and murder me, telling him where he's at. But like, what is going on? Like, it's hailed like once in the last like 20 years here. Anyway, so hopefully you parked. Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully I parked my car in the garage. So little did you guys know, you know, I'm moving at some point, right? So I've got boxes in the garage. So yeah, our cars are actually in the driveway. So, you know, hopefully everything is still intact. Let's see. So the recoil has up on the aim track. Yeah, so the recoil is very similar to the Sinden, but it's not as heavy. Like, the feeling and overall. So let's see here. Stream current. Okay, whatever. All right, so I think we're actually good to try to use this. And before I actually get this set up in Hyperspin, I almost want to just like start this. And what I'm going to do is just pull up main, and like maybe we just get lucky here. But I wonder where the border is, because it's on. Maybe I'm failing here. So show border. Okay. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe there's a command line to actually get that border up and going. I'm going to minimize that. Okay, so let's see. Can I pull up? Okay, I can still pull up the tray, so that's good. Let's see here. Can I... Here. That's going to be really annoying. So something that we got to consider here is when we're troubleshooting this thing, we need to, well, first get this on here. Hide system tray, and so that's going to be a little annoying, but making sure that everything can be fit in the window before you actually test this sucker out, because you could see the white border covered everything up. I couldn't actually, you know, make this a smaller size. So we're going to put this border back, and I'm going to step away from the cabinet. So I'm going to just launch MAME right out of the gate. And like maybe we get lucky here. So let's do Carnival. Carnival. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one it is, but here we go. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't blow your ears off, so just brace yourself.
Loading game.
So that's a little loud for me. I hope it's not crazy loud for you guys.
Loading complete.
I'm not going to go nuts on this. I'm just going to see, does it work right out of the gate? Like with the setup that I've got? Okay, recoils are working for sure. So I can't see the mouse, which is fine. Now let's see if we can get this thing started here.
What?
So I'm going in the middle here. Nope. Oh, interesting. I'm stepping back here. So, just right out of the gate, everything's about 3 inches to the right of what's center, so I just probably have to calibrate
Now
that.
you're headed for Rickety Town. Ride all the rides, have some fun. Then eat your
Can't actually
heart
get
out,
through
heart
this
out
part, but
on a Sesame
there we go.
Street bun.
Alright, so clearly you can see that the buttons were working. However, here, let's see, let's just make sure it's not set up here, which I don't think it is. Let's see. Maybe it is. Like, I don't know. I know I've played this before, and that's where, yeah, see, it's clicking. I've played this before, and it's worked fine. So there's the gun, this one's 3. Oh, interesting. The gun is probably different here. So lesson learned here, we're going to actually jump out of that. So the aim track guns were gun 3 and gun 4 for the aim track, and I bet the guns themselves here, oh man, it is. So I've got to reconfigure, well actually I've got that, the reassign of the guns to change the gun order, and I probably, yeah, I need to do that here as well. So here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to stop. I might need to have this on start here, but I've got, so there's something that Microsoft does, and whenever you've got anything plugged in, some sort of accessory, right, it will basically assign a random number to this, right? So MAME is set up for, you know, very specific number of guns. So I've got 3 and 4 gun set up. And what's probably happened here is this gun is like, you know, gun 1 or 2. We can easily find that out in MAME when we set this up. But I want to pull up, I've got to think which, what it's called. I've got a video on it. True, yeah, I think it's True Game. Yeah, this is it. So let's pull this up. Yeah, this is the list of controllers. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, I've got to use this guy. I'm going to copy this. Okay, no, this is picking up everything that's plugged into my PC. So, you know, this is BlissBox. I mean, this is everything. So, yeah, see the ports. So this is going to, I'm going to have to find the vid 16, like, this is the key that's assigned to each one of my USBs, and I need to identify what this is on my end to like actually get this thing cooking correctly. So I'm gonna pull this up, and this might actually, here, let's give it a second. So whenever that X is there, that's telling me that one of these are not set up, so I've got to like go back in my brain and get this bit fixed to account for this new gun. But what I'm going to do first out of the gate is I'm going to update my configure file in MAME. Well, I'm going to make a backup because whenever we're adjusting anything in MAME, it's going to be a nightmare to set up again if things go affray here. So let me go back here. So one thing, lesson learned for you guys that may or may not already be doing this, don't name your version of MAME like as a folder. I wish I could have gone back like 10 years ago or 15 years ago, because now, you know, I just end up updating it. I'm still, you know, obviously I need to update to a higher version here, but yeah, the folder naming of the version is a bad idea, just as a heads up. So I'm going down to a couple places. You can see I kind of make sure that I back up really the default configure file and then also the main configure file. I'm going to name this aim track because that was the last bit that was working here, aim track. And then what we also do is when we're using Rocket Launcher, what happens is if you don't have this in read-only and you launch it from Rocket Launcher, it will actually wipe out your configure files. So just a heads up there, so you see that that's read-only. What we're going to do is we're going to open up MAME manually, and then we're going to move that back to read-only. Just word of the wise there. So we've got the configure, and we need to do our ini file here. I'm going to go down to MAME. Let's see here. So we're going to copy this puppy. We're going to name that. Let's see, aim track. And we're going to do the same thing here. I'm pretty sure this is read-only as well. Yep, it is. All right. So now that we have the flexibility to actually update this thing, we're going to see what gun this is actually set up as, and then we'll figure out that nightmare of reassigning of the number here, and we'll never have to do that again. So I'm going to pull up, here, let's do this one. Let's see if anyone's still hanging around. Oh man, okay, so what's good? Arrived in time for the best part. Yes, you did. Can't hear you at all though. That's not good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? I threw my headphones on. Okay. All right, sorry. Like, it's almost 11, well, it is 11 o'clock here, and my family is just on the other side of the wall, so I'm trying to be respectful on their end. All right, so what I want to do is go to Carnival, and we're going to go back to 1.3. I'm going to hit tab. Let's see here. Is it going to happen? Okay. So we are going down to, well, let's double check this machine. I don't think that matters. Well, it does look like I've already configured some things here, but I don't think.
When the moon is full and trees are bare, walk through the cemetery if you
so
dare.
this might actually get annoying for you guys. So I'm going to
locate the tomb with the
change
skull
this
of a jester.
OBS
Feed him the token all shiny and new. It is then that Carnival will return.
So now I hear it. You probably don't hear it now, I'm guessing. I'm still kind of new to the whole OBS like streaming thing. But you don't hear the... You're good now. Okay, so yeah, that was during gameplay. So you still don't hear... You don't hear the gameplay now, I'm sure, right? Give it a second. There's probably a little lag here. Yep, nope, it's silent. Good. Okay, so let's see what we can do here and see what is going on in MAME with this new controller here. So we're going to go to input, and this, man, that is going to be really annoying. I'm going to just kind of remove the headphones for a second. So player one controls, and let's see. So we want Joy 3. Okay, so let's just double check. Start, we're going to push the button on the aim track. Let's see. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so I need to be super still. Like that, I can't believe that that picked up that many movements on this thing. We're gonna push it again. Let's try it again. Start. Yeah, man, that is wild. Okay, so we're back to square one. We're going to push the button. So it's picking up x-axis, and yeah, man, that is so wild. I'm going to maybe hold the gun pointing downwards, because it's picking up, like I've got it right up against my body right now, and it's still picking up. Let's see here. I just can't believe how sensitive this is. Like I've got it hugged right up against my body and it's picked up. Yeah, so eventually MAME just says, I can't handle any more commands. So there's the one on my keyboard. And now we're going to try to push the left. I'm stretching here. I mean, maybe that will work. It says the mouse, so it's picking up mouse movement. Button 2. And maybe that's just what it ends up being. I really wish there were more tutorials that really picked this kind of thing up, but I'm just going to configure it how I think. See, that Joy 3 was my aim track, and I've saved the configuration, so I'm not going to pull my hair out if this becomes a failure here. I'm going to stretch here and push the other button here. See, yeah, it's wild that it picks up all that. All right, so that's the start and select, so that's good. And let's see here. So Joy 3. So this is 7 or Joy 3. So this is this my trigger? I feel like this is my trigger. Yeah, and then that's my reload. And then I just repeated this. Okay, so let's do this. Here's my trigger. Yeah, so it must be the Sinden Lightgun in general. When you do this in MAME, it picks up all of that. And this gun is not moving. So let's try button 2. This is H. That's just my button on my panel. I'm going to push H a couple times, and then it will disappear. Okay, come on. Okay, so H, and then we're going to push the button. Interesting, so that's 5. So this is where I was trying to make mental notes of what these buttons did. Might actually change. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure this is a total disaster for you guys. So if this is 5, we're going to push this other side. Okay. Yeah, what am I doing? All right, so we've got that set up. We've got the start. That's fine. This is 5. But that's not going to be good because the reload is going to be like a coin then. I'm going to change that. Okay, we're going to push the second button there. All right, so we're back to button 1 and button 2. So what I've also learned is I try to repeat the gun button placement because sometimes your button 1 and 2 mirrors like 3 and 4, if that makes sense. So we're going to go 9 here. And then we're going to push the same sort of button just to repeat it. So you see the gun 1, button 0. We're going to do that again with the 0 here. That's just what's on my panel. And then I'm pushing enter again so I can choose another one. So now we've got 2 that are button 0 and button 2. Okay, so I'm going to just leave that as is. The rest is probably good. Start and select is good. That's really all we need. I could go down to the light gun bit, so I'm just scrolling down here. There's some pedals. I'm thinking about getting a pedal as well, just to round this off if this ends up being okay. So left arrow. So this doesn't actually look correct to me. So we've got left arrow. Your X analog is left, right? Oh, wow. That scared me to death. So the recoil just went nuts on me because I pressed it, right? It did what it was supposed to. I'm going to do the left arrow, and then I'm going to move my mouse. Is it going to do it? I'm just going to push left then. Let's see. That should have picked it up, though. Oh, man, you guys. I got to put that dumb border back on. Hold on. Let's see. That's gonna be for later. I'll save you for later, young man. Okay, so let's see what we gotta do here. Okay, and we're gonna start this guy. So we gotta start it, and then we gotta get the border on. First things first, we gotta just get this thing working before we even start talking about rocket launcher or hyperspin. So let's go ahead and tab back over to MAME. And where's my border at? Where's my border? All right. So maybe, let's see here. So why? And I do apologize, guys. I mean, this is why I'm doing it, right? Because you may or may not get one of these things, and you're going to go through this exact dumpster fire, right? And I'm hoping that you just learn from the mistakes that I'm making. So this is on, and I'm sure there's the one guy out there that's like, you idiot, like you're doing it all wrong, right? Like that will happen, and there will be comments, I'm sure, to kind of go along with that. So where's my? There it is. Okay, so I'm showing the border, so that's good. Maybe I gotta save settings. It's just interesting that MAME, what's going on? The video's freaking out. Let's see here. It's interesting that MAME doesn't stick underneath that. Sorry, I'm having a moment to think what could actually be happening. So if we get to MAME again, I'm going to launch MAME. Where are you? Maybe we're going to go just this way. Where's my MAME at? That's that. Okay, we're going to open up here. All right, so we're going to reopen this, and maybe the border has to be open first. And then we're going to run the game again. We're going to configure the light gun bit, which basically I should be able to move my light gun left to right or up or down to get the X and Y registered. At least that's how it was with the aim track. I assume it's the same process here. So we're going to pull up Carnival. Here we go. We're going to launch that. All right, so we're back in business. And where's the white border at? Where is the white border at? So I assume it should still pick this thing up, though, when we're actually configuring this, because it's still moving the mouse here, and that's what is blowing my mind here. I'm awfully close. I'm sitting at, on a stool here in front of my panel, and it could be that I'm just too close. So I'm going to move this to my left. Yeah, now we're cooking. So X axis, so that's correct. I'm going to push it again to get that left arrow back. I'm going to do the same here with the right arrow, moving it to the right. And that one failed, so I'm going to have to do this again. We're going to just get all this off until it defaults back. Come on, son. There we go. Okay, now we're going to be as steady as possible. We're going to the right. And that's not right. Gun 1 X axis. This, I'll be honest, right? This is the most frustrating part of setting the light guns up, even with the aim track, right? You've got to be super still. I'm actually going to step back maybe 3 feet so it might register better. Yeah, but if anyone's like, yeah, this will only take like, 3 minutes, or it works out of box, never believe them. Man, and that could be just how it's registered there. X-axis, gun 1. I'm gonna just stick with that and see if that is what it picks up, because I'm super still doing that. Let's do the up now. That's gotta be just how he picks that up. When I say he, I guess Mr. Lightgun here. Sinden himself, right? It's confusing. See, that says X and Y though, so that can't be right. We're gonna get this all reset here. So after 5 submissions, it resets itself. Okay, so see, moving up pretty good, so that's good. Up. Y-axis. Why does it say X and Y? It doesn't make any sense to me. Here we go. Now, do I regret the purchase yet? The answer is no, because we're still working through. All right, so here we go. So we're moving up. I've got this flush up against my chest here. Up. Mouse wide. That seems right to me. This one still freaks me out a little bit. I don't think that's right, but the up is good. I might try. You gotta be kidding me. Here we go. We're gonna go up again. Okay. Come on, man. So until we get this configured, there's no way we can properly test this, because the reason why this didn't work during the test is because I was using gun 3 as the configuration, and as you can see, gun 1 is what is being read for this gun. But if I restart this computer and I plug this thing in, Windows, our friend, Bill Gates here, has we just blame everything on him, don't we? It's so ridiculous. I'm not going down that. So the gun 1 would change to, let's say, gun 2, and that's where that configure for the USBs come into play here. Why is this not? There we go. So this is up and up. X-axis and Y-axis. It's driving me nuts, guys. So, I know I can't really see the comments right now, but let me know what you think about, well, what's happening so far. Or have you tried to set up aim tracks in MAME? And to answer that last question, I've done that, and it's about as frustrating as what you see here. But I will say, after 2 or 3 goes, it worked on aim track, no problem. Going up. Okay, that looks good. But I really want to get up in there as well. Now we're cooking. Okay, let's move on to the down one. Going down. Y-axis, Y-axis. Okay, so that might be okay, as long as they're plus, axis plus, gun. I mean, that looks okay to me, versus what is, no, the X, yeah, the last bit is what I'm not happy with. We want all Y's here, so we're gonna get this back to none. All right, one more, should be, yep, okay. So let's practice going down, yep. It's right up against my chest, and I'm just leaning forward to go down. And it's plus, so that's good. Now I'm holding the gun down, so it's not moving, right up against my leg here. I'm gonna push down. All right. Well, that was a nightmare, but we did it. X-axis, I want to fix this because that's not... Oh, man, do I want to change that? X-axis. That should be good. That should be good. Okay, so we've got both configurations for X and Y done. And that's all that's needed for the directions. The trigger and all that is... oh, that's fun. Where did I do that last time? Maybe I did that just on the game itself. This is the global player 1, so I'm going to have to do these buttons again. Now let's hit start and select 1 and 5, but when we did this, the front buttons were 1 and 5. I'm going to sit back down here. So that's going to be fine. This is where we get to, what is this, left control? Why would I have done left control for any of this? Maybe that was a default. I haven't looked at the configurations for literally like 10 years because it's worked fine, and that's why I did the backup before we started this. Joy 1, mouse button. So I guess that's because I want to play either on the panel itself, so gun 1. Okay, so we are going to get... Man, that should be like... That seems weird to me. Anyway, okay, so we're going to go H. We're going to go trigger. Okay. And I'm just going to push the left mouse button as well. Okay, and then the 7. Let's do... Yeah, we're going to do that second button here. So 7 and the second button on the Sinden. Okay, and just like what we talked about, button 3, we're going to repeat and use that as the trigger. Okay, yep. And 9 we're going to do as well, and we're going to use that second button here. Okay, so that dumpster fire is done. So that was player 1. We're not even messing with player 2 yet. We're going to return. We're going to quit the machine. It will save. Now, I'm kind of getting frustrated a little bit because that border should be here. Why is that border not here? Show. Maybe I turned that off because I was like, that's annoying. That is kind of annoying for what it is, but, you know, if it works, it works. And right now, we can't tell that yet. Where's the border at? All right, let's just go with it without the border. I'm going to step back here. Let's just double check. So let's just double check that that is set correctly. That is there. And I wonder what this looks like, because this could be this could be counterintuitive. I might actually delete this. I really don't want to go through this like that nightmare again. But your X and Y, that's DRG. We're gonna give it a try. I might have to configure this game configuration, but I'm gonna step back. Maybe, yeah. See, it's not picking that up, but it's picking the. But this works. Yeah. Oh. The player 2, the aim track controller is still hooked up and it's in its holster. That's why it went straight down, I guess. But that's when I use the RD. Yeah, man, I do have to set this up on the configure, or I need to delete. So here, let me slow down, guys. This machine configuration always overrides your global settings. So I just need to add this. I got to do this configuration thing again, which is super annoying, but we're only going to do this once. This is purely for testing, and then I'm going to get this thing set up in a much faster way. So this is going to be 7, and this is going to be that button there on the side. and this is going. Oh, see, look, the. Oh, you gotta hold that down. X-axis, left arrow. Here we go again. Let's step back a little bit. Okay, there's the up, down, going left. So that looks good. We're gonna do right. Well, see that. Well, do I really need to though? Because your x-axis, this should be cooking. Like there's your gun y-axis, gun 1. Yeah, why is this not? It's because the border's not there. But how on earth does? Here, let's get the light gun back down here, maybe. Well, this is for player 1, which is this. Oh yeah, it is moving it, but here, let's step back here a little bit. Yeah, it is. So the blue cursor is my guy. It's not moving the x-axis though, so I need to maybe fix this. Gun 1. Yeah, no, here, I gotta step back again. Okay, so maybe that window, that's really, so something that I'm learning here is, it is moving it. You see how it's moving at the top, left to right, like it should. But it's like the window in main here, it's like almost picking that up as if it's like the border, if that makes sense. Which is interesting. So let's see if okay, so I'm getting credits, so that's good. Oh, hey, look at this, guys. So, only 4 hours in, right? On the light gun itself, the button closest to me, like facing inward, I can actually add the border that way. Hey, this man did not read the directions. I'm sure that's in there somewhere. But something to learn here. Push it once, it goes to 4-3. Now let's try this actually. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so there. Well, it's still not quite doing it yet. It's moving up and down really good. I don't think this is actually on the light gun itself. Okay, so it's picking that up though, so that's good. I can't move it left or right. So something is happening in the configuration. I can't blame that on the Sinden light gun. This is user error or main configuration here, which I could only suspect that there are a handful of people not happy because they're like, it should be working right out of the box. Well, this is a software issue. I don't think this is a gun issue yet. So this is moving up and down just fine. Your x-axis, I don't know why. That would be wrong though. Let's use the. Okay, so yeah, game over. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that down. Maybe I need to unplug my Sinden, or my aim track. See, that's my mouse right now, moving up and down. Sinden light gun is moving up and down for that same one, but I can't move it to the left even with the mouse, which is really bizarre to me because this is set up correctly, left and right, like on X and Y. We're gonna do it on here on the X2. I don't know why that would matter though, because that's your player. That's the other player, and it's moving the blue one, which is my player 1. We're going to try this. Maybe this is what's screwing that up. So this is the right arrow. Okay, maybe it's this one. X-axis. Okay. Let's see. Dude. Let me step back. No? No? Like it's moving it. I might need to calibrate this thing. Let's try it. Alright, so we're gonna just back up out of this. Okay, so let's system tray this thing. Oh wait, here, I can push the button on my gun now. Okay, so that's cool. See, and it works great in here. I mean, look at the movement there. Like, that is not what was happening in main. That, my friend, I am a little concerned about, because that tells me that there's more going on under the hood here that might be a concern here. So this is configured here. I want to cursor offset. So how I want to see, what is this? Click the arrows to adjust. You can now calibrate by holding the D-pad left for 3 seconds and shooting the cursor when it moves. Okay. Pump action to cancel. Okay, where's my cursor at? You can now, here, let's get the border on there. You can now calibrate by holding the D-pad left. Okay, is it working? I don't see the cursor. Where's the cursor at? Where, I'm gonna minimize all. Windows M. Where's the cursor? Let's go. Well, it's 11:30. I've been working on this for what, an hour and a half? I don't know. Survived the hailstorm. Let's see. Reset to 0. You can calibrate. Oh, in shooting the mouse cursor. No, that I should be seeing the mouse cursor. Maybe I'm gonna hold right. No? D-pad for 3 seconds. Left for 3 seconds. I'm holding the left button for 3 seconds and shooting the cursor. Okay. Oh, click the arrows to adjust. Maybe I gotta shoot the middle of that. Oh, hey, hello there. That is not correct though. I need to calibrate this thing. Okay. Left for 3 seconds, so the cursor's gone, and shooting the mouse cursor when it moves to the center. And shooting the mouse cursor when it moves to center. Oh, so it's just gonna move? Let's see. Okay, so there's my cursor at. Where you at? Where you at? Okay, there's my cursor. I'm gonna hold left. Here comes the hail again, so. And you can now calibrate by using the D-pad left for 3 seconds. The cursor disappeared, which is probably fine. And shooting the mouse cursor. Where's the mouse cursor? When it moves to center. That needs to be calibrated, okay? So maybe can I just adjust this manually? I'm just gonna, man, this is a bit frustrating for me. Because that's not what that's saying. It appears maybe I'm doing it manually right now. Let's see. Is that getting close? I'm going to reset current to 0. That needs to be calibrated, because that's not where I'm pointing. Let's see here. Let's turn this. Okay, yeah, there's my guy. Adjust the camera. Interesting. Camera control. It's off center by quite a bit. Well, for what it is, I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. I'm probably going to ask the people out on Discord. But it's not pick. So what my thoughts are right now is I need to calibrate. It's off, like, you know, when I'm pointing center on this thing here, my cursor is like right about here. I need to reconfigure or calibrate. And this calibration thing is getting me really frustrated here because I'm doing what it's saying and it's not calibrating. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is when we just go on here, right? Other than the calibration, I mean, that is spot on, right? But when we go to main, which there's no like border that shows up, or maybe let's just look here. I'm pretty sure they've got emulators. We've got main, and let's see. Okay, so yeah, I've been using main for some time. Versions previous. Ooh, could not fix the controller. Okay, yeah. Yes, I know that, so that's fine. But you can download the, okay, so this is for people that have never used MAME in their life, you know, that it's good information. Open the tab, yeah, we've done all that. Again, if you've used MAME, like you've got this thing cooking like this, I'm not concerned about that. Because it does move, but it's not responsive within MAME the way it is on my desktop. Well, one of the reasons is because that border was not there, but even when I added it, let's just go right into this again. I'm going to go to main, I'm going to open this guy, and the border is going to go away, but I'm going to bring it back because one of the buttons on the Sinden gun makes it display. That was a game changer. Only took me like an hour to learn that. It would have been nice to have some sort of instruction, like, you know, basic setup. You know, the wiki's good, right? Like there was a YouTube like video, right? But at the end of it, right, there wasn't something that just made me go, oh, I know exactly what I need to do, right? And I've been doing this for like 20 years, right? So I'm pretty familiar with MAME. I'm pretty familiar with the emulators. Like, I don't know if this is used. I'm sure this is user error, but like, I mean, it just seems like something needs to happen here. You see it like right now. I'm just kind of like trying to move my little cursor to the right, but I can't. I feel like I can shoot. That's fine. Or we're gonna get the coins. See, I can start just fine. You know, it's shooting. Oh, it's shooting like crazy right now. I'm not pushing anything right now. It's just shooting. Okay. Why is it shooting like crazy? Interesting. So when I get that white border on, man, it's going nuts. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Here we are. So yeah, the border's there. When the border's not there, it doesn't really respond at all then. Now, one thing that I'm thinking about is maybe my marquee monitor. No, I mean, even when I'm like super close, it's not moving to the left or right. Let's try a different game maybe. Like, I would be shocked if it's that Carnival. Like, let's try Oh, I don't know. Here, let's go Lightgun. Let's go Area 51. And I know I've played this version 100 times with my kid. Okay, so yeah, like here, let's get the border on here. Maybe that, you know what? Maybe this general, like the setup that we did is, remember that ginormous string of X and Y axis? What if that is not how it should be? Like maybe that's what the problem is all along here. Scrolling down, we're getting to the light gun thing. I should have pushed down to get there. Like that guy. Maybe that's what's screwing this up. Mouse X. But that looks right to me. I'm going to take the border off. I'm pointing the gun away. Yeah, I can't move left or right here. This is a main thing. This is not a Sinden thing yet. I can't move the mouse left to right. Or actually, let's do left arrow. Aha, yeah, left arrow. What about my up arrows? No? That's a good way to test, I guess. Up and down is not picking up for whatever reason. So that's the one thing. Let's try this. Well, up goes well. Let's double check the, let's go back. We're gonna go to this machine. Let's just double check. Left to right. Up and down. Yeah, see, like I can't, it's not picking up even the up. Here, let's just start from scratch. Let's make sure that the, yeah, let's do this. Come on, reset, puppy. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna move this to right. Okay, right arrow, right arrow, whatever. Come on, man. Okay, we're going right, we're going left, and we're gonna move. Yep, so that's cooking. So that's good. Test number 2, we're gonna get the light gun X on here, so we're gonna move left. It's on my chest. We're going left, and then what we're doing is we're just testing this one by one. We're going left. Let's get our border on here. Go left, man. It's kind of, yeah. Here, I gotta keep stepping back here. Now let's, like maybe, what if I have to, I'm gonna turn my monitor, my marquee monitor off, just to take that out of the situation of troubleshooting this beast. Got to rule everything out. So here we go. Border back on. Where's my, let's get the cursor with the keyboard here. So that's good. Moving left. Okay, so that it's not, because I don't have any of the thing off of here. Okay. Okay, so we got to get the right access on here now. Yeah, that's right. Let's see what we got here. So I should be left to right, so it's moving. And we're putting the border back on here, so now it's kind of moving to the left and right. Man, like in theory, right? Like it should just be like, it should be cooking right out of the gate here. We're gonna go up. We're gonna move up. There's that thing that freaks me out again. Like, why does it pick up all of that? And maybe that's okay. Let's see. Where are you at? get the cursor on here. See, now the cursor's not on there at all. It's like it doesn't like it when it's, let's start over here. Like spazzes out when, let's do that. Here, we're gonna, it's left, this is right. Left, up, down, left, right, that's good. We're gonna go up. Okay, so that seems right to me. That's what I would typically see in up, down, left, right, so that's cooking. We're gonna go down now with the gun. That also seems right to me there. So we're gonna go back, test up, down, left, right on the mouse. And now the Sinden, so I'm about 3 feet away, moving up and down. Yep. That's mission accomplished there. Man, an hour and a half in. Is that Michael Jackson? Like, no? Okay, I thought that was weird. Okay, so anyway, so let's get the up, down, left, right. Cooking again, so left. We're gonna go left. On my, like, why does that do that? There we go, so up, down, left, right, so we're moving, so that's good. That's on my keyboard, everyone. Now, on my Sinden, okay, so let's move over. Up, down, left, left. Is it moving left? Come on, man. It's kind of like it's trying to catch up, and it could be that it's because I'm streaming. I don't know. Like, it's moving. Here, maybe if I step back further. Moving up and down, it's pretty good. But moving to the left is not good. Let's get to the right now. Right. X-axis, that's good. We're going up, down, left, right. That's the keyboard. Hey. Wait, let's get back on screen. I really think this needs to be calibrated. Because this, oh, let me scoot back here. Let's try a smaller screen, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's, the trigger itself is responsive, right? But hold on, where's the, let's try to get some of this stuff in here. Let's just see. See, like right now, yes, you know, that's without the border, the keyboard works. Now, here, look at all that white. Interesting. So, nothing. It is like going nuts. Like, it's like it's holding the reload on. Let's see here. Going up, down. Oh yeah, look at that. The mouse access. That is what it is. We're gonna go here, H, and we are going to go trigger. And let's see here, X-axis. Okay, so that's good. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to even do here. But I wonder, maybe that's what was happening here. Now let's get this back on here. I don't see the cursor itself. Here's the cursor when we're in keyboard mode. we're gonna get this border back. Oh. So it's moving to the left. What is going on here? Well, everyone, I hope this is entertaining, or informative at least. It's wild because it's like spot on right here. And I'm sure there's something that I'm doing wrong. Because it works. What is this non-playable game? Okay, forget it. We gotta get something working here first. Carnival requires CHD file. Okay. Yeah. Must be calibrated. Okay, yeah. Maybe that's what needs to happen, but I don't think. Like it works fine with the aim track, so I don't need to recalibrate that unless they. Sinden. Sorry, maybe I should make sure you guys aren't like screaming at me. Oh boy. Yeah, it was during gameplay. Okay, trial and error. PG, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yep. This will be our video manual. Yeah, that's right. That is right. You'll take the headache for us. Hit escape to clear out none instead of cycling to none. Yeah, so what I need to understand is why is it so responsive here? Like, this is how aim track would be responding here. It's a little off center. No, it's spot on. If I've got the laser or the I've got the gun up against my face, and that is like 100% where that cursor should be. So that's beautiful right there. Like, this is fantastic. Now, why I don't have that in main is blowing my mind a little bit, and it could be the configuration, but it doesn't feel like it is, or it should be. So when I go to the setup here, so I'm gonna, what I'll probably do is I know this is like a humongous video, right? Like, it's gonna be a couple hours. I'm gonna summarize my findings and what you really need to know in another video, but I wanted you guys to at least see the trouble or the opportunity, as my work would say. Never say trouble or issue. It's a feature. Yeah, the front. So this is what I learned. Front right and off screen is 5. That's fine, but what is going on with this border thing? This is the best way to add a border. Okay, cool. I want this thing to work, and not spend like hours on it doing this nonsense. Okay, so multiple monitors. Yeah, I removed that from play. I turned that off. And sleep mode. Okay, yeah, it's not asleep. I mean, like, it moves fantastic here. Like, my line of sight is spot on. Like, I know Chili Jason here has his, light gun 100% perfect with his aim track because he put that sensor like in the bezel of his cabinet, which is is the best way to do aim track, right? I just set it on top of my cabinet, so it's always a little off on the center here. But with my kids, like, it's almost you can't play the game successfully from their pint size height. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing driver things because it works fine. And man, do I need to though? Let's see. Sleep mode, all that's good. Driver, things that you need to know. Okay, not using the Raspberry Pi. Not using bezels. That's another adventure. But why? Why is this not picking up in main? And this is probably the easiest emulator to get this up and running. Oh, I'm sure it is. Not after we see this video, I'm sure. 2 players in the vast amount of games you can play. Yeah, that's right. Aim track works right out of the box. Colors nearly every arcade, blah, blah, blah. You can use, okay, so you never used MAME before. This is how you use it. You can download individual. Yep, this is how you use MAME. Okay, good. We're all in agreement that's how you use MAME. First time setup, okay, I don't want to play that because I'll get a copyright strike, I'm sure. I'll end up pausing it. But this guy was pretty helpful on Discord, and I'm sure he'll be answering these questions pretty quickly. But tab, yeah, okay. General analog, yep. Did all that, yeah. Buttons 1 and 2, yep. Did that, yep. In the Sinden app, oh, this is an interesting one. In the Sinden app, get this border off of here, push the button. All right, so now we're going to enable off-screen. Oh, this isn't gonna help me here. Sinden app. Let's do it anyway because we're here. Configuration. Yep. See, I mean, it's moving. It's there. Why doesn't it work in MAME? I have no idea. Configurations are set up correctly, from what I can see. Under button assignment, trigger on screen left. Okay, so that's literally. These are literally the basic instructions of setting up MAME. So, let's see, only match where pointed. What does that mean? These features affect off-screen reload. Okay, use new off-screen reload enabled. Yeah, these are now default. In the video that I watched before I started this adventure, these were the things that he was like, hey, be sure those are on, but in the latest, it's probably defaulted to that, which is good. Under the button configuration, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is obtained from your software. Okay. It needs to be put in the controller folder in MAME. Gun mouse. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now we're cooking. Okay, so that, my friend, is going to be the game changer because he's using now we are good. Man, this should be like beat red. It should be like on the front page. Like that is a game changer for what this is. That really needs to be highlighted, you know, for people setting this up. So this is the controller folder. So let's see. So there's that, and we're going to need to copy this thing. Okay, let's just, yep, everything's like super old, so that's fine. That's good. Now, I think I'm using my arcade configuration. I'm going to copy this. Yeah, that doesn't actually get overwritten by Rocket Launcher, so that's not getting read-only here. Let's copy that. We're going to name that aim track. The aim track one is the old working one. Aim track. And we are going to edit this in Notepad. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. So could it be that because I'm using the aim track, like the keys? Anyway, okay, let's focus. Let's look at what we're doing here. But this isn't in the controller folder. What is this notation here? This is obtained from the Sinden software and needs to be put in the controller folder in the main directory. I heard a Discord thing. Well, or was it this comment? Yeah, no, it's not. So, let's see. There's the Lightgun. Lightgun, yeah, these are the light guns themselves. Do not actually put anything in this section. It is completely cleared and regenerated. Yeah, that's the Sinden. That's that. This doesn't look like the controller folder though. This is the main default. So watch this. here's the configure. Let's go down to, it's either the default or the main. We're going to edit this one. Yeah, it's not this one, it's the main one. Now let's go to INI. We're going to look at here. We're going to scroll down, and where's this at? Core input automatic. Yeah. Name INI, that's where I'm at. Check the following are setting correctly. Like, this really needs to be like front and center. Like, this is a big oversight either on my end or it's just dug in here and I'm just maybe excited to just jump into it, I guess. It's one of those things where you're like, yeah, I've seen a lot of things over the last 20 years. Like, surely I can just pop this sucker in and start playing it. Like, I know it's not plug and play, but man, let's see. Where are we at? OSD, video settings, keyboard mapping. What is this under? Core input. So this is at the top. There's, okay, yeah. Core input automatic. Core input automatic options. Okay. Let's just see what we got here. Lightgun device. Wow, looky here. We're not using, okay. So finding here is aim track. Well, at least for me, I selected this thing to Lightgun. This needs to be mouse. So we're gonna put mouse in here. And let's see, positional, oh man, yeah, mouse again. Okay, core input, let's see where we're at. Core input, that should be above, yeah, core input. Controller is my arcade. Okay, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a little disaster because that's got all kinds of things in there. Mouse is 1, joystick is 1. No, they don't care about that. Light gun. Now that's certainly confusing. They want the light gun on, but we're not using the light gun. I don't really understand that, but I'm gonna do it. Multi-mouse. Okay, I could get that, but why was my name working with the aim track? I'm not going to question it, but here we are. Off-screen reload. That's let's see, off-screen. Why would you not want that on? I found this interferes with the Sinden off-screen reload option. Now that, my friend, makes 0 sense, but we're going to do it because that's what Mr. Lightgun has said. Let's see, so the controller gun mouse, like, I wonder if they've got like a file saved as gun mouse, because that's the actual file. Oh, look. Download any files. Let's just double check. Some games have glitches, crosshairs. Yes, okay, I get that. Access, okay, so bezel pack, we're not messing with bezels yet. Light gun category file. This is, let's just see what these guys did here. So we got the ini, we're gonna put that in there. That's the ini file though. Let's just see what we did here. Root folder, name, subfolder. It's just listing the, what is going on here? Okay, so yeah, that's cool. You know, that's great that we've got that, but that's not, what we're after. That will help once we get a game cooking. All that was doing was that I was identifying what the light gun games are for main, and man, I mean, that's awesome. I think it's fantastic that we're posting these, the ini files, which is fine. I might just try, I don't know. I might do it, replace the stuff, make a backup, of course. But just looking at what's in here, well, let's look what's in here first. All right, so we're popping that open. We're opening this up. Let's just stick with Carnival as the example. Oh, it's not in there. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Let's see. So, and I do appreciate what these guys are trying to do, right? They're trying to get things up and running. Let's see here. Rotary, so that's fine. Gun mouse. I kind of want to see what their controller file looks like, and that's the thing that I was trying to download to see what they're actually doing. But I don't see that here, which is really frustrating for me, because that's how all of this works, is the controller file or the ini files, but the ini files are all looping back to this gun mouse thing. So I'm going to actually ping this guy. He's from England, I think, so he's not actually going to be available. But I'm going to ping him anyway. Yeah, this Twitch. Why can I not? General. So this is Twitch. I'm just going to ping him. Twitch gamer? No? Where's he at? Controller file name. Trying to set this up. And by the way, streaming on YouTube. You all are famous. With the 5 guys or 2 guys that are watching my stream for 2 hours or however long this is going. I'm really sorry, guys. But hey, if you guys are listening, shout out to all you guys. You guys make this community, and I've learned a lot from you guys, and I love what's going on, in the scene here. So my arcade, I'm going to open this up. Oh, look, a little ad. Okay, good. I am going to go to the controller file, and it doesn't say what time is it? Yeah, it's midnight. Okay, so we're going to cook just a little longer here. And this is the part that I've got to end up fixing here. These are all the game pads that I have thus far, but these are the aim tracks. So I need to find the H. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go to we're going to go to let's see, where are we at? What am I looking for? Not desktop. What am I looking for? I know it, but I don't know the name. It's is it the control panel? I think it is. Hold on. And then there should be, yeah, hardware and sound. It's good. I need devices. We're going to see if we can get the actual ID. Okay, so now this is going to be interesting. So I've got BlissBox. That's what these mice are. Do I have? Yeah, I've got an Arduino. Like, I've got all this stuff hooked up to this stuff, working fantastic. Sinden camera. That's probably it. Let's see here. Hardware. So device is working properly. That's fine. That's our guy. Port 1, hub 1. But I need more of their. I need more. Where are you? Aha, there she is. Okay, so under the events, this is the thing I care about. VID 2833 182. I think that's. I don't think I need this whole thing. So if I go to the controller, maybe I do need that whole thing. I'm going to toss that on there, see what happens. So controller alias, let's make sure we're doing this right. Backslash and no slash. So that's fine. This is my alias. This is my red Sinden. And wait, that's not right. The ID is that. This is my alias. We gotta go back if that didn't, yeah, let's copy this whole hash here and set up a little differently here. HID is what aim track was. I don't know if this is actually right or not, but that is everything that is there. Okay, so let's see if we get lucky here and we get a little Christmas present. Yeah, everyone's sleeping, as they should be. Only a crazy person is up doing this at midnight. Okay, so that is the red Sinden, and let's see, trackball, default, all that looks good. The controller ID. I wonder what that code, I think it was gun code 1. Hold on, let's just get right to this. Did it save? Button 1, that's player 2, player 1, Lightgun X. Actual input. Do not actually input anything in this section. It is completely cleared and regenerating. Okay, cool. But this guy, oh hey, look at you. Look at you populating right there. Okay. So we're going to copy that. We're going to put that up at the top there. So that's good. Something went as planned there. So that says, okay, I'm going to put that there because that's, we're going to need that anyway when we reassign the controller numbers. This controller file should do it for us, but I don't trust it. I don't, honestly, it works half the time, or at least for me at least, and the reassigner has always worked for this kind of thing. So I'm going to save that, and let's see if that just is the magic sauce here that maybe I didn't see when I was breezing through this. But man, oh man, does that need to be like beet red name discussion. Yeah, all that, like everything I'm reading is just like, I mean, it's great for the new beginner of what AIM is, but even so, like I could see you losing your mind trying to get that set up, and you're just like, hey, I want to get MAME working, and it's not working. Let's try this again. All right, little sucker, come on. Okay, so we're gonna, let's see here. We're gonna push the 1 here. Start. Ah, yeah, man. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix this guy. See, now it's running like a. Now it's kind of running like the aim track. But here, let's do this again. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we're pushing number 5 here. Oh, that's 1. Okay. Well, that's really weird because that's the start. That's fine. That's good. I'm using the Sinden. Here's the select maybe. Select is the outside 5. I'm just going to try all these buttons here. So yeah, these are reading, the left side of the buttons are reading the gun button, and then that is Alt mouse. Okay, so that's interesting. We gotta put 5 back on here. Come on. Just like anything new, you're trying to figure it all out, and at the end of it all, hopefully I just laugh at the whole thing that we're doing here. Okay, so yeah, button 5, okay, button 1 is that we are going to, let's see here, H, I'm going to point that down so we don't do any of that nonsense. I can only imagine what it feels like to someone that has no experience with any of this. All right, so button 1, so that's good, so that's good. So this is gun 1. Okay. So I'm gonna just redo this because we changed some things. If we go left. Yeah, man. Yes. Now we are cooking. Okay, so we just got to get to the left. Nope. Come on. I'm gonna step back maybe. Hugging this thing, and I'm moving my body to the left after it gets to the default. Come on. Finally. Okay. Gun 1 access. Man, you gotta be kidding me. Here we go. Stepping back further. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to go left. X-axis. Y. See, that's not right. Maybe I got to put the border on. Okay. Border on. Left. Yes. That is correct. And I want that left arrow. Left arrow, x-axis 1, gun 1 axis. Yeah. Now we're good. We're gonna go right arrow on that. We're gonna add the. Yes. Okay. So guys, this is the game changer. We're gonna go up now. We're going to go up. X-axis, that's not right. I'm going to do this again. Get the none. Come on. Okay, we're going up. Going up. X-axis. Why does it do the X and the Y? Okay, come on. I'm going to go up. Gonna go slow. X-axis plus the 1. That cannot be right. Come on. None. None. And hit escape, maybe. Get the border out of there. Get it out of there. Okay, so here's that. We're going to make that none. Okay. Enter, whatever. Come on. I thought I could use escape. but didn't do it. But it always defaults after the 5 for whatever reason. So up. Now we're going to start right there. See, I'm just going to go up. There it is. That's good. Down, we're going to go, nope, that's not right. Mr. Bane. Okay. Going down. Now we're cooking. Okay. So now we are going to look. Yeah, we did player 1. And we are going to return the machine. We're going to put this. Hey, hey. Hold on now. It's better. Let me step back here. It's better, but man, it's still not responding like it was with the Amtrak. So we're gonna try changing this. Well, yeah, what is this disaster looking like? It's so frustrating. Like, if it would only work as good as what it does outside of name. Okay, now we're going to move to the right. X-axis, that's good. This is to the left. Okie dokie. Y is up. Y-axis, 1. Yeah, that should be just fine. I don't know what else. Yep. We're going to just gonna put something on there that doesn't matter. Come on. Okay. Okay, so something. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We're going to get the H, we're going to get the trigger. Okay. Hey, 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 hey. Are you doing it? Kind of doing it. I'm about 3 feet from the screen. Now I'm stepping back a little bit. Hey, hey. This. It's kind of like it's trying. Yeah. It's like getting better over time. I wonder. So right now I'm just trying to get the mouse or the cursor. See, like it kind of like sticks, like it stops. But I don't know if that's actually the gun. See, it's not going over to the left all the way, but it's like it's not sure if it's. Yeah, see, it's going all the way over now. It's almost like, what is it like? I mean, like moving all over the place. Wonder why. Like maybe it's because I've got my microphone like right here. It's really bizarre to me that it's not working the same as what it is outside of main. Like, do I mess with the service mode? Like, I could. Like, I just can't believe that this is a MAME thing. Because, like, before, when I use my keyboard, it's fine. Like, there's no chance that I'd be hitting that. So, man, it's so frustrating. Like, why does that work so much better? It's in the Sinden software zip file. So I might just kill this string, guys. I'm going to learn more, I'm sure, over the coming days. Like, the general, what is in the DEC and INC, the general? I had the same ID issue with my Xbox One. Yeah, like, I feel like these guns come with any instructions. Yeah, there's no instructions. There's a wiki that, you know, that you see here. That's really it. Like the the software, like talk about known issues around LED projectors. Change Lightgun might install the same port. Okay, so we're not even talking that stuff. Let's see what this guy says. But yeah, the instructions are this wiki, and that's it, right? So like, you know, when we look at this, right, it says you need the software. Okay, yeah, we've downloaded the latest drivers for Raspberry Pi or Windows. I mean, maybe the drivers. Let's see here. So driver software. Let's see here. Yeah, I've downloaded that. I mean, with the actual. Okay, let's get this border off. Point downwards. Stop shooting. Setting it down here. Let's see. It's 12:30. We've got about a half hour before it's bedtime. Let's see here. So the driver. What was that? That's a later adventure here. Yeah, it's here. This is what's literally in that package. Let's see. Did someone just say? Cursor. Oh, hey. So Dark Ron is watching my stream here. Been at it for like 2 hours. So, like, what is happening? So yes, okay, so that's good. So there, yeah, I'll pop the stream over here. You know, maybe they, yeah. So, I don't know, is this my live stream? That'd be something, like a, watching myself. Okay, so, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the whole share thing. Here, let's share that. See what we got here. Because maybe those guys can just like see what I'm seeing, and they can just like be like, "Dude, you're an idiot. You know, this is what you need to be doing." Let's see here. Evil, and what was the other game I was launching? I can't remember. Oh, Area 51. Area 51. Fine with aim track. Dumpster fire right now. Oh boy. Alright, so let's get back to this. Maybe with Discord, we might just find a rabbit come out of a hat or something. Alright, so let's see. YouTube video, first setup of Sinden gun. Okay, yeah, I've already watched that. So order. Okay. Please try a different USB port. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Are you serious? You cannot be serious. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug this thing, go to another USB port. There we go. Okay, it's going nuts right now. I'm getting all kind of beeps, but all right. So we're gonna stop and we're gonna start it. Let's see here. Oh, maybe it's still thinking here. So there's my gun. So that works great. It works fine in this area, right? But when we get to the name itself, it says nope. It's not gonna. See, look, it's crisp. That's exactly how I want it to work, but in name. That's all I ask. That'd be it. So let me get this border out of here. 4-3. Okay, so that's good. Let's see. Any heroes on Discord here that's coming here? Might want to wait till UK time. Oh. Here, let's give the beady eyes. Ooh, yeah, okay. Okie dokie. Well, and by that I mean quirky with much setup. Okay. Oh, okay. I missed some of your parts. Okay. Name configured for 20 years. Well, I wish this was more entertaining for everyone. So, auto configuration app, Lightgun, only what you're pointing, hide the taskbar. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, like I literally don't know what I could do in here. I'm gonna take off the recoil, so I'm not waking up the family here. Yeah. Okay, let's save and update. Okay, so the recoil's off, so that's good. You should try to refresh at its basic configuration. I know why you're saying that, but that's not happening, man. Or your aim track configurations that were already in place could have messed things up. Can show you, but I know what you are saying. Boy, oh boy, I don't have to delete the old one. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, I really don't want to go through all that. I really don't want to do that. So, let's see. What do we know? We know it works fine here. Look, it's beautiful there. What we don't know is name. We're going to try another game. Let's try Lightgun. We're going to go to maximum force. Get our little gun. Ooh, see, like, that's not right. I'm not moving my gun. Like, I'm just tilting it up, and it goes all the way up. This machine. Yeah, left arrow. Like, maybe I gotta just not use the left arrow. Maybe it just needs to be left. So this is gonna be left. This is gonna be right. Come on, man. Come on, man. There's got to be an easier way. Go on, get to none. We're just going to wait. And it's going to go to none. Okay, so now we're going to the left. Put it up against my face. Turn left. Okay, but it's got the Y in there. Going up. Going down. Okay, so that's right. It's almost there. I don't know. See, maybe if I like it's still it's better, but it's not. Maybe it's this here. Mouse Y. Yeah, okay. So let's see if that was it. still cuts off. It's like it's trying to read it. Let's see. Yeah, without the white border, it doesn't move at all. Man, it's so frustrating. Let's see what these guys say. Don't have to delete the old one, yeah. Yep. So, let's see. So all this is fine when we do this. This is good. But when we go to the main, it's a little slow. And we got the configuration there. We've done that. Name itself, let's take the border off here because we gotta keep configuring. So yeah, if we go here, let's do another one, maybe. Let's go duck hunt just for fun. Let's see. Oh wow, this is going nuts. Wow. Okay, so let's see. Y, mouse, gun, 1. Okie dokie. So So, I kind of want to stop jumping all over the place. We got to focus on just one. Area 51 was the first one. The border on there. See, like it's kind of like struggling. It's like fighting. See, and if I use the keyboard, left. Right. See, it just kind of sticks, regardless of whatever I do. Like, it eventually goes there, but it just kind of wanders. Maybe I just gotta use this. I've never used this one before. See if that does it. Oh, yeah. All right. If anyone's out there listening, this might be the thing. So when we are looking in, and we're looking to set this up, the Lightgun analog, not the decreasing or increasing, we got to get this on there, and then we'll be fine. I'll start there. We're gonna go there. Nope. Yes. Gotta take off this stuff, I bet. backwards. Request service key. There we go. I think I did it. Let's see. Yeah, I've got the controller file already set up, guys. Like I've so many things in that to begin with. I've been using MAME for 20 years. I'm aware of its functionality and what it does. But in summary, I think the issue is the increase and decrease for the X and Y that was set up for aim track, but with Sinden, I think that needs to be gutted, and only the X and the Y for the analog needs to be set up. I'm going to test, so Area 51 works great, but now let's try Carnival here. So if you guys are watching, and I do appreciate you guys watching for 2 hours, if you really were watching for 2 hours, you know, that's another thing. But the big thing is you see that the decrease and the increase, those were configured for aim track, and I removed those, and as soon as I did, and I just did the analog, I'm getting that like instant feedback now. So when I do this, it's just like as if it was out of main here. So that's a game changer, and I really think that needs to be documented. The controller file I've been using for years. You know, that's going to retain the number for the gun. But here, let's just double check the other bit here. Got to get the border out of here. Just double check. It's the same sort of thing here. Let's go to the light gun here. Yeah. That's the solution here. Here, let's just get the border back. Yeah. That's what it is. The incline and the decline were counteracting with one another. So let's go and get this thing started here. Yeah. Okay, let's reload here. Okay, it's that. Let's see here. So this is 7. Here, let's just double check. So 7, is that reload? Yeah. Well, I don't really want that to be the same as the fire here. Yeah, man, that is such a difference. So, yeah, let's get to the actual chat here. Here's the X and the Y increase and decrease. Remove that and perfect. Like, it's incredible how different that is. Nothing ended up being really changed other than that specific setting. like that really needs to be pointed out in the wiki. Needs to be added to the wiki ASAP. Like that's incredible. Okay, so that's like 2 hours. 2 hours later. Okay, so what are next steps here? I need to get the second gun in place. The one gun works great now. So I'm going to plug in this other one to get that configured, and then I'm probably going to go to bed. But boy, what insanity. Plug that. Another gun in here. Oh, that's interesting. That border is still in there. Oh boy. So another thing, if you've got your gun plugged in and your border is still on, and you unplug it, like the phone or the you unplug the USB, that border stays there. It'd be nice if the border goes away when you unplug it. Okay, so let's get this other thing cooking here. Okay. Okay, let's. Okay, can I not close that? I don't understand why I can't close that. It's like it's. Oh. Am I on a button or something? Yeah, I was on a button on the panel. Okay, so I did not change. Man, I changed that. Does that save? I almost don't want to save that. Do I want to save that? I saved the configure there. Oh, so it did save it. It did override it, even with me in it. But that was from not. Yeah, I don't want to save this. Okay, so what do we do now? We need to open this. We need to update the firmware. Fresh. And actually, so I need another instance of this guy. So let's take a look at the wiki about the 2 players. Yeah, 3 hours, man. This is unreal. Okay, so quite a bit of delay. so now we got to get to player 2 here. Multiple monitors, setup guide. Let's see here. Setup guide. We need 2 players here. Where's the 2 players? Alignment sleep. This is player 2. So this is where the icons will go if we change this Lightgun to, yeah, we can change the property, and then we can change the, where do we go, where do we go, where do we go, advance, no. I feel like we can edit that as an icon. I think that would bring value, and then putting that in the taskbar, so you know right off the bat. I should know how to do this. Click action menu and replace the icon. Yeah, replace icon. What? I feel like you can do this in another. Hold on, what are these guys? Create a shortcut and then do the icon. Yeah. This is where we're at. Change icon. Yeah. We're going to change the icon. Changing the icon. Yes. Okay, so now, yeah, that was the red one that we were looking at. Okay, so that's applying, and this is going to be to the taskbar. Okay, so that's good. Now we're cooking here. This is going to be another Lightgun, and this is going to be player 2. And let's see, create shortcut. so we got both of those, so that's good. What else? So that's delayed a little bit, which is fine. You guys will eventually catch up there. And now we got to do the blue one. So we got the blue one. Same port, okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now there's a question: what arcade player one Lightgun color? So now we're debating if it's blue or red for player one. Let's see here. Sequential, okay, position. Okay, so, oh wow, yeah, 1:30. I gotta put this to bed here. I'm gonna end up putting a bow on this, but I need to put a bow on this and summarize this for you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, well, if anyone's still out there, I appreciate you guys watching and helping along the way. Overall, I can't really say, you know, if these are better than, you know, aim tracks or whatnot, right? The setup was a little bit of a disaster. Kind of like what the aim track was initially, right? But once you get it, it's not too bad. But boy, this seemed to have been really painful for what it was. And we'll summarize findings. Hopefully I've saved a lot of people some time with that summary video on top of what's in the wiki. But it's getting late. I appreciate you guys watching and helping out. And we'll chat tomorrow, I'm sure.